But what exactly like did he say? What like
just there's like ostensibly the guy transferred from Miami to Tallahassee, closer to where his mom is, and his mom is sick.
he was with the Hurricanes?
Yeah, he was with the Hurricanes, and so but his mom is sick, and so like he moved, to be closer to his mom, and so it's like a family move, and that's the justification for it. But apparently the NCAA came down on him and some other guy, and they're not letting him play this year, which is typical stupid NCAA behavior. But
and basically Rubio got his back.
There's nothing more important than family. Fucking stupid fucking bitch.
For a lot of guys.
What is that?
That was an old show. Yeah. Oh, there's
But it wasn't. All right. Haven't heard from Ronnie yet, but.
Oh no.
That could be good and bad.
How can it be good?
That means the person is like right around the corner. No need to say, "Hey, man, I'm running late."
No.
Right outside
or offer any of the other traditional excuses. I just leave the house now.
Right.
That's great. You trying to be sophisticated with your wine tonight?
No, I just. Well, I told you, man. I ever since that girl put me on the wine, man.
Yeah.
That was the best sexual experience I ever had in my life, and she put me on wine. It's something I never forget, man.
Brings back fond memories every time.
Every time I open a wine bottle, man.
Brings back the memories, doesn't bring back the action.
Brings back the memories, but not the action. Oh man, and she was a monster too.
Really? Gee, you want to put her name out there? Oh, that's too funny.
Introduced me to grapefruits.
As part of the action, or?
Yeah, man.
Oh, hey.
All types of stuff, man.
Really?
Oh man, just
butt plugs?
All types of stuff.
That's a yes.
Let's hit the intro, man. Where are we at? Here it goes.
Stop playing with these niggas.
Lego. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch, not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the girl. Montgomery Brawl. Hey, now y'all done started some shit, so we gon' finish y'all it. Did. And this time, everybody about to witness it. Y'all. Bro told them to move, just doing his job. But y'all wanted to jump him, so now we got a prize. Let's get it. All right, bet. Let me tell y'all what really happened. Heard they was jumping on my cousin, let me off, Captain. Cuz came out the water like, let's get it cracking. Unc came with the chair like I got some action. Cuz came no shirt like I got Sebastian. I got him. Even the women getting hit like, damn, what happened? Hey, this shit was kinda lit like, damn, it's cracking. I even seen a rock bottom like, damn, this wrestling. Seen a couple of them boys go night-night. And we got the first black man to swim to a fight. Salute. If you mad at this song, don't mention me. Don't do it. But fuck that chair going down in history. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the girl. Montgomery Brawl. Yeah, this a real good moment in history right now. Let us all smile. Salute.
That what you did.
Yeah! They swapping out in there. Yeah! Welcome back on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. We are available on all, and I do mean all, podcast streaming platforms, including here on YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. What's going on, Pink?
I'm just enjoying the brawl.
That was a funny
That was
video,
a good
man.
song, man.
That was. Shout out to G-Mac. And what's the Suede Remix God or something like that. He's crazy. But yes, man, of course, another Wednesday, another good live show for you guys. Where is that? No, man, I never missed this one.
Oh.
The topics, man.
Okay.
Of course, this is not all we're discussing, but this is some of what we're discussing today. We have Orlando Vibe Dealer in the building. We're going to be talking about the events that he, puts together and interesting things. Also, of course, we're talking about the Montgomery Brawl. We're talking about Tory Lanez, Henry Ruggs, a couple guys that's going to be going to jail for a little while, entering the prison system. Skip Bayless is retooling over there at Undisputed. We're going to talk about the people that he's bringing on. Paul Pierce, D-Wade feud continues. All type of stuff we're talking about today. Team USA. A lot of good stuff, man.
If it wasn't for bad feuds, Paul Pierce would never be talked about again. Shit.
Hey, man, all publicity.
That tank's been on E for a while, and he just keeps rolling.
That's for sure, man. That's for sure. But no, you know what's interesting? We were talking a little bit pre-show, man, about the wine.
Yes, we were.
And it's funny how you can adapt and take and get things from people, and it's almost like you have to remember them. Like I said, it's from this girl who I had a beautiful experience with. You know what I mean? And it lasted for a small period of time. But at that time, I was only an alcohol drink, like hard liquor drinker. I never drunk wine. And I never really didn't drink beer much.
So you were just a straight hard liquor. Like
that's it.
Nothing
only.
Casual.
Nothing casual.
Damn.
Yeah, nothing casual.
You must have been a motherfucker at Happy Hour.
Buying up all the tequila and at that time I was all over the place. I would drink brown, white, anything that was handed to me, I would drink.
Just
now
at the bar or in the bedroom too?
Everywhere, man.
All right.
Everywhere. And then, she put me on this wine, man, and all different types of wine. Then we would go to wine tastings and stuff I would never imagine myself being at. And, she was a little older. You know what I mean? She was a little older than me. So
decade or less?
A little less than a decade.
Little less than a decade.
Less than a decade.
Had yourself a cougar, did you?
Something like that. She had a few kids and
there you go.
Things like that.
Wasn't her first rodeo?
It wasn't the first rodeo.
Wasn't her fifth either.
Not my concern. Not my concern. But yeah, she was a monster, man.
That's
she was
great,
a monster, man. And put me on wine. I greatly appreciate it.
Left you a better man than she found you.
Left me a better man than she found me.
Look at her. Wow.
Yeah. And also it makes you like.
She's actually better than LeBron to a team.
Actually makes
bottom always falls out after he leaves.
No, yeah, this bottom didn't fall out. This bottom got stronger, man. But what I was gonna say, but yeah, it makes you appreciate the monsters, man. Because what happens is you go through life and sometimes you let things get away. You let good women get away, and you let women with great talents get away, and and then when you lose one, and then years down the line, you never find that replication of that one.
Yeah, you're just out there going through a bunch of chicks that are not measuring up.
It's like, damn, man.
That's for all you ladies that Bubba's been with in the past 5 years. Top spot's taken. You're competing for second. Or as Ricky Bobby says, first loser.
It ain't first and last. Oh, man. Ronnie, man, you come on up here, right? This is a free-flowing podcast.
But Bubba's trying to tap out here.
Yeah, I can't continue on that road there, man. That's a road I can't continue on there. You just never know. I'm going to get some angry text tonight, but that's okay. I can handle it. It's been a while, man.
Since
I've
you've
been
had angry
neutral. I've been neutral. If you notice, I've been
Yeah.
pretty neutral
Yeah,
last 2
you have
months
been. You have
because
been.
I was getting knocked over the head and stuff like that, and I'm back, man.
It's time to get a meeting again.
I'm back. What's going on, Ronnie?
Nothing much, man. Pleasure being here. Thank y'all for the invite.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, man.
I like the topics that going in today too. Yeah, that Paul Pierce, I'm ready to go in on that.
Okay, that's good.
Got your nice floral shirt on.
Oh yeah, I like to get the floral vibes going on
Yeah,
always, man.
man.
You know, like to switch it up a little bit.
You got to, man.
Yeah.
You got to. So let's go here, man, really quick. Let me see here. What we got? We got that. Let's intro Ronnie here because so you put on a lot of events. How long have you been doing this? Putting on events. I
want to say
organizing events.
so. I mean, I'm gonna go back until 7th grade.
Seventh grade.
Yeah. My first party I did was like 7th grade. It was a birthday party, and my mom was like, "Well, you throw it. You know, you go for it or whatnot." And I was like, "Okay." And so I had friends from school. I made a little flyer on PowerPoint and pass them out around school. I was like, yeah, you know, just something. We had like a little pool party, but it was you had a DJ and all that. So that was, I guess, the genesis. You know, I did a couple in high school.
Any cocaine and strippers?
Oh man, I love the cocaine and strippers, man. You know, you gotta have them
For the win. In middle school.
Definitely. So then I got to college and did a few up there in Tallahassee. Just, you know, with friends, we get this thing we call the Bacardi party. So, you know, we just, you know, we're in college, so Bacardi was what we drank. And we just loaded it up. And we did promo different than we felt like even the other promoters did. We was like, oh, yeah, we're going to put cups in the fence like it's Red Ribbon Week. Like, okay, Bacardi party, 5:15 or whatnot. So it was my thing. And then I never really charged, though, as in those times. Even in college, it was just like I love the vibes. And then by the time I became an adult in my 30s, I was like, you know what, I can do this because you know, me and my lady, even now, we still do like kickbacks and stuff like that for the free or for like real cheap. But I wanted to do something, you know, at a venue and whatnot. I was like, yo, let me do the things that I would want to go to. You know, like I want to put on a floral shirt and go somewhere instead of having to, you know, put on a white tee or dress all the way up. Just something in a nice balance, something for the ratchet and something for the sophisticated. You know, I like to say that I like my events it could be a doctor there, but it could be, you know, what's the name of it? One of the nurse ladies or whatever that's watching the nursing home people or whatever. We want everybody there, you know, the hipsters and the hood guys.
A hospice nurse.
Ooh, get you a good hot CNA. You know she nasty too.
That's what I've heard.
So yeah, I mean, I just like to just switch it up, man. So I love doing it. I enjoy it. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and since it's live, I'm doing the party September 30th, my next big vibe. It's called La Noire Sunset. It's going to be a pool party, but it's going to be all black sunset. I mean, all black attire with fuchsia as well. So black and fuchsia. You're going to have complimentary Bel Air champagne for everybody. Past hors d'oeuvres. Good vibes, man. Like, the venue is sexy. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna push it all out, you know, on y'all website as well. I mean, y'all Instagram and stuff. So
we gonna be able to turn up with fuchsia.
Oh yeah. We
I don't
gonna
even know what fuchsia is.
like a hot pink.
Hot pink.
Yeah, I'm putting fuchsia on, man. Like
You gotta know some colors, man.
yeah,
we
kind of like that, a little bit like that heart on your shirt, a little bit, like it's just a little lighter
I'm about
than
to say
that.
we got some on the bench pink shirts now. I might just rock
There it
that,
is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, so tell me if you agree with this because it's a lot of people, and for the people that's watching, they can see like these are some of the flyers of some of your events that you put on in the past, and one that you got coming up, the Close Friends, of course, that you rock pretty regularly there. So people come, either people come migrate to Orlando, or you can just be in Orlando. And this people will say, it's never anything to do in Orlando, and you know they're talking about the nightlife and parties and stuff like that, or they'll say it's nothing to do. It's the same thing over and over. It's boring here. I gotta get away. I gotta move. And this is what I tell those people: that Orlando isn't it's an events town, right? That's just the way it is. You got to catch the events, and it's a lot of events, but you just got to be in the right network to catch those events. Now, and there's several reasons for that I think that is because of that, right? Because Orlando is a nice, thriving, and upcoming city, but the thing is, it's like, okay, I drive takes a lot away because if you go to a place like Houston, Atlanta, they are technically bigger cities, but you know, whatever, Miami, like you go to the city, you have out of towners there in their downtown area, whatever the party place is. You have out of towners there, you have people in the city there, and there's all these different places. Here in Orlando, most of the out of towners, they're going to iDrive when they're going out.
Yeah, it's like a separated environment.
It's a
Like
separated
the
environment.
out of town tourist people are going to be around iDrive.
Yeah.
The local people might be downtown, Winter Park, various other spots, but you don't have like a real commingling of those people.
In all these other cities, everybody's in the same spot, and so it looks like it's more lit. It looks like it's more thriving, but it's really not because we're separated in a smaller city at that too. What you think about the events part and then the part I just said?
So first thing, I think we got to stop trying to the problem with especially like local people is we try to compare Orlando to Atlanta or New York or these huge cities. We're more so on the Charlotte, San Diego, maybe Austin kind of vibe. You know, even with population wise, I think San Diego has a lot more, but we have to that's the part we're going with there. As far as what you said about iDrive, yeah, that's 100%. And you got to remember who runs iDrive. That's Disney, Universal, all that entertainment. So I do see a lot of us slowly going over there. Shout out my boy KTZ. He has Lava out there, has Coming to America brunch out there. So there's things going out there now. And then we're definitely, especially with the new ordinances going on downtown, we're leaving the downtown area. Me personally, I started around there when I started, my real events. I did downtown, but now I'm slowly just going away from that because it's a younger crowd out there. I'm not trying to be there with my cousin who's 18. I want to, and that's cool. That's something for them. But I went to downtown Saturday. A cop got shot. I'm like, I don't want to be down here with this, man. It's definitely growing. If you're looking for something, different in the city, you have to stop following the same people. You can definitely, there's Orlando House Party, different venues, different promoters out there. You don't have to go to the same people, but shout out to people that you do go to, but spread it out. I swear you will find so many great vibes in the city, man. It's all kind of stuff, different things, different music, house music, hip hop. You like rock, you want country, go to Cowboys one night, man. It's a good time in there, and the drinks are for the low, so Cowboys is where it's at.
Might just go for the drinks.
And they'll teach you how to square dance in there, have an hour square dance class right before it. So
really?
Man, look, I thought people be like, oh, white people can't dance. Wrong. They get down in there, man. I was like, all right, I can't dance because I can't do all this do-si dope. It was a good vibe in there, though.
That's for sure. That's for sure. So when you talk about how you come up with some of these, you got the Stick and Grind, Publix Beach Party, AARP, the 90s, 80s, stuff like that. So how do you come up with these themes for these parties? I mean,
sometimes I just sit at home and I'll take what's kind of going on in social media and kind of build off of that. Stick and Grind was kind of like the Freaknik. I was like, oh man, everybody talking Freaknik. Florida, we more, sticking, we doing a different kind of vibe. So I was like, let me just kind of play off of that and, build off of that. AARP, I saw, somebody, did something like a house party and they dressed up as old people. So I was like, let's take it a step further. Let's actually have the food there like we're in the nursing home. Let's, even at the party.
You guys have Jell-O and stuff?
Yeah, we had all that stuff, man. We had somebody make a pot roast. We had greens, black eyed peas. We ate like we were with grandma them. So, the Publix beach party, I was like, well, I go to the beach. What do I usually take? Public stuff. I'll take a Publix sub, some fruit. Let's just go ahead and make that a thing. So, I just try to see what's kind of popping, build off of that, see what people are, what resonates with people. I see you got the close friends flyer up there. Everybody remembers MySpace in those days. Look, your top 8. Who are those? Those are your close friends. That's the party. Because everybody's on Instagram. They got that little green circle with their close friends. So you kind of just tie into that. So I just try to, be the pulse of the people, and just try to use that pulse to do events.
I like it. I like it. I was wondering what the Publix beach party was.
Man, that's the time, man. We have a good time out there. Yeah, big drinking out there.
That's for sure. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, let's get into some of these trending topics here. So how I wanted to ease on into this Montgomery brawl is, we're a few days past now, a couple days past, so we don't have to spend too much time on it. And I'm trying to find it here. My eyes are getting bad with this wine, man. I only took 3 sips, man.
It's not good, man. Your girl didn't pass on tolerance.
And I still can't find it. This is crazy. Oh, here it goes. All right. This is what I want to do. I just want to go through like my top 5, like just
Elements of the fight.
like I guess craziest or funniest or just most interesting, and then we'll just go from there.
That's why this is the gift that keeps giving, because it's like every time you see a different clip, there's something else to like be like, yes, that's awesome.
Right. So let me go through it, and then we can assess afterwards. Or tell me something I missed or whatever the case may be. All right. So number 5, when you're watching these videos, these clips, means all this stuff. The thing that stood out to me, number 5, the older white ladies that inserted themselves into the fight. Like they didn't stay on the side. Like they were helping their man or their son, whoever it was. Like
Yeah, but see, you got to realize, like, don't underestimate the significant role of white women in racism. They're leading that bus, and they weren't going to be left behind right here. They were all in. And the best part is when they went all in, people actually put hands on them and knocked them the fuck out.
Yeah.
In the last couple of years, how many Karen videos have we seen where you just want somebody to knock the spit out of this bitch's mouth? And we finally had that moment.
we
That was so good.
We did, but it was I guess I was talking with Mary. There was a small part of me that was like, did he have to hit that old lady on top?
Not
of
a
his head?
hesitation
It was a
on my
small
part.
piece.
He ain't need to do
No,
it, but I was
small
okay
piece.
with it.
No, if you
that
put
was
no,
okay.
this is my golden.
okay
This is
with
my goal. We talked about this. If you put yourself in harm's way, let harm hit you.
You're not wrong.
You could have stood out. You didn't need to get in the fray. You could have stood on the sidelines. When you step onto the field, you're there to get hit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Number 4, conversely, pay attention to how the black lady stayed out of me.
Hey, there you go.
You know what I mean?
They insert themselves when they need it to. Like, okay, wait a
You know
minute.
what I mean? It was only by need basis. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3, it's funny because when we were growing up in school, it was like a thing where it's like a big thing was, okay, do we let this fight go 1-on-1 or do we jump in? That was like a huge thing in school. It was like, and you had some guys with the groups that let you go 1-on-1, and then you knew the groups that was like, you can't just fight him, you got to fight everybody.
Everybody.
Like you just knew, and it was what it was. You could talk trash, you could say what you want to say, but you knew that's what it was.
Yeah.
And these guys, when it first was going down, it could have just been that 1-on-1 with that guy, with the black security guy or whatever. And
He
then
was
that
the boat cat, the co-captain of the boat.
the boat, right? It could have just stayed there.
Yeah.
But all his homies came, and then that's what initially, how it took off there.
Yeah.
So that was the third kind of most interesting thing to me. Second for me is the guy swimming. A lot of people gonna put this number 1 by far, but and it was funny to see swimming the fight. But I put it number 2. I really wanted to put it number 3, but I put it number 2 because when he got there, he really didn't do anything. but I appreciate the effort.
But he can't. He spent the block though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely got some hits in later.
Okay.
As I noticed the swimmer, I'm thinking, I'm putting myself in that position. And I thought, like, if I swim like that, I'm not going to have a lot of gas in the tank when I get ashore. And that was
It's a
kind of
wrap.
what happened with him.
I feel like he wasn't even dripping either. Like he just swam and he woke up like dry. I'm like, man, what is this?
And number 1 is the hat toss for me.
That's awesome.
What is the hat toss, man? It was so demonstrative. And Pink put up a great point before the show that I never really thought of, which was you thought that it could have been like a SOS.
It was very theatrical. It could have been like a warning that, this is not going to end without fighting. Like, whoever's watching this is about to be a fight. We're not just going to argue and insult each other.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. I don't know. The funniest thing for me with the hat toss is in a movie, if you throw the hat, then you're going to start knocking people down.
Yeah.
But he immediately lost advantage after throwing the hat, which I thought was funny.
They got on him, man.
He didn't like. Yeah, because the white dude did what he was supposed to do. Like, you don't wait for nobody. Like back in the day, we used to wait for people to, they used to do all type of stuff, whether it's putting their pants up or what else they should do? Whether it's taking the backpack off or taking the shoes off.
Clapping your hands and all.
All that. As soon as the white dude just went and rushed them.
I respected it. I like, if you're going to fight, go ahead.
Yeah,
go for it.
Go for it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was just so
Set the bat signal up, man.
I think it was, man. It was funny, man.
But what was y'all main takeaway from it though?
It was just so many good elements to this. It was just typical white privilege. This family of people who own a business, think their shit doesn't stink, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. And this guy said, "Hey, you got to move. We're trying to put the boat in." And they react with this attitude, and then they get in this guy's face, and apparently they were calling him the N-word and racial overtones. Now the other thing, low key, there was some sort of Trump bullshit rally in town the week before, and there's statistical evidence that after you have these events, then there is a higher level of violence in the city in the immediate aftermath, and so that's fueling this stuff. So if you don't think that guy's dangerous and the people like him in the Republican Party are dangerous, you are a motherfucking fool. Okay, so but this is what makes this better. They start the fight, they attack the guy, and then the black people respond. 400 years of frustration comes out, and we start whipping ass. And I loved it. I mean, there were so many great elements. It was like a small movie. And then again, the white women step in, and then they get beat out. There's not a missing element in this. I loved every bit of it.
Yeah, I've looked at the video no less than 20 times. And, I mean, I love, all right, so when the dude tosses his hat up and they jump on him, it's a guy coming down, the steps. Yeah. And I call him the first responder. I'm like, yo, all right. Because he pretty much set it off. Okay, let's get down here. Then you see Aquaman coming over and all. There's, it's so many things. I love the three guys skipping over to the boat. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. They pulling their pants up, and it was they weren't talking. They were swinging, And then everything's just hitting the fan. And if you look, even the police at first were kind of like, y'all got it, man. Y'all go ahead and let the fight go. Because they couldn't contain that. So it was it was great, man. I love all the different edits and the music behind it. Yeah. I feel like it was like the Titanic, the band was playing or something. It was great, man. I'm gonna watch it when I leave here.
No, that's for sure, man. That's for sure.
Awesome.
I thought it was hilarious. And again, like you said, man, I do like how, because these black people, they didn't know each other, man. And I just like how they came to. First of all, I would like for somebody to come to my defense like that, and of course, I'll do the same, man.
Yeah.
It's just all around great, hilarious, interesting.
It had it all. It had it all, man.
They say Aquaman, his because they posted his Cash App or something like that. They can't even accept anymore. So much money came in for him.
Man.
I'm like, I need to get my Cash App broke too, man.
No, man, that's a part of this I don't like. Why does it have to be about money, man?
Well, I mean, if he go to jail, if he get locked up, he gonna need a lawyer. So I guess that could be one. I know the guy who hit the lady with the chair. He definitely got locked up, but he got out or whatnot. But
good.
He's definitely gonna probably get an assault charge or something because he can't.
He was on a podcast earlier. I was listening to him, and they asked him why did he hit the because apparently she was the grandma.
Not Nana.
Yeah, he was like,
"Hey, when you're on the field, you're fair game.
When you're on the field,
you're fair game." She could have hid. Nothing preventing Grandma from hiding. Come on, man.
All right, man. Let's move on. Once again, you guys on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink, home of sports, music, and mayhem. We're available on all, and I do mean all, podcast streaming platforms, including here on YouTube. All right. Another thing that's really trending here right now, man, is Tory Lanez and Henry Ruggs. Both of these guys was sentenced today. And what I wanted to ask and we discuss here is in your opinion or how you feel, what's the sadder case? What's
from a sentencing standpoint or a tragic standpoint?
Tragic.
The Henry Ruggs. I mean, there's a dead person. There's an actual dead person, and that's tragic. and and then you also have a young man who's going to be in prison for a while. What I'm confused about is how are you sentenced to 3 to 10 years? Don't you have to pick an actual amount of
3
years?
to 10 is wild.
But don't you? I mean, I thought of sentencing. Like you have sentencing guidelines. Okay, if you're convicted of this, the potential sentence is 3 to 10 years. But I thought when you actually have your sentencing, you're supposed to pick in a year.
Mm-hmm.
We're going with 7. Like, I mean, what's going on here?
If he got 3 to 10, he can't do 3.
Yeah, most likely. Most
Yeah,
likely.
do 3,
Which, to me, absolutely makes the second one an injustice of the highest order. A 10-year sentence, not 3 to 10, for barely shooting somebody.
Yeah.
This is a freaking joke. My daughter's in my DMs today. You better not say anything bad about Meg.
I mean, Tory, his problem was after the situation, whatever you believe or whatnot, he did too much talking, man. He was supposed to be quiet, kind of just play the case out. He did way too much talking, so it made him look like the villain the whole way through. And, you can say that stuff not supposed to play a part, but it definitely did. And he's habitual. He had like a gun case before, so they looking at that like, all right, Canadian, we got to get you out of here. Like, it sucks for him, but I say he'll probably do 7. I think you got to do 75% of his what's the name, so he should be okay. It's still wild.
That's not okay. That's
still
7
wild.
years is ridiculous.
And that's why I think that's more tragic.
You barely nicked.
I mean, it's tragic for Tory. That's it. Like,
what
I can't put it over the kid and the dog or the lady and the dog dying.
Tory,
but that's
for
why
the
when you,
people, not. I mean, for Henry and for Tory, not.
Oh yeah, definitely
but
Tory
that's
got the
why-
worst
but,
end.
But that's why I asked you when I said what
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
mean
yeah.
overall.
No, I understand,
That's because it does.
Yeah.
If you're just looking at the 2 people going to jail,
Yes, the 2 people
the
going to
Tory
jail.
Lanez is an injustice of the first order. That is ridiculous.
It is, man, and for various reasons. Henry. So, and you know what's interesting about both of these guys is, I think both of them were parallel in their careers and their perspective, like sports or career. You know what I mean? Henry was a rising star, a really good receiver, the starting receiver for the Raiders. You know what I mean? And whatever you want to put him top 10 or whatever at that time, but he was rising and going to get better really young. Tory, the same. Like, Tory was a rising star. He just was getting to the thing with Drake, and without this, who knows where that would have went. You know what I mean? And if you get into something with Drake, that's going to take you to another level, whether you lose or
He the
win.
big joker, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think both of these guys, so Henry will be able to do these 3, get out, and have a shot at another chance. The problem with him is it did end in somebody dying.
Yeah.
But NFL has showed you, like, talent. If he still comes out and still can run really fast and catch a ball, he's going to have a shot. Don't you agree?
He'll probably get invited to a camp.
Like a camp.
Yeah, I don't see a team taking a risk on him though.
It'd be
The Cowboys
tough.
maybe.
we know how white people love their dogs, and Vic got another chance.
You're right.
And that was some crazy stuff he was doing. Now it's not,
It's possible. It's gonna be
possible.
hard.
It's gonna be
but,
hard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be hard. He'll have to do the whole humble
the whole
redemption thing,
the whole
and,
charade.
and again,
Donating money and
all that sort of stuff, and but again, teams want to win and they want talent. Somebody will sniff around and kick the tires.
The difference with Tory, it's already. Like, right now, if Tory was to get out right now, it's already tough because we haven't heard anything in a while.
Yeah.
You let 2, 3, 4,
That's a wrap.
5 years, it's over.
Yeah.
It's like we don't want to.
especially in this generation
the
too.
entire wave, we would have went through 2 to 3 generations of hip hop by the time Tory gets out.
Yeah.
Like waves of music, the way things are, adapting the way things are.
He about to start working with AI or something like that.
You know what I mean?
Sending his lyrics and something. They let him use his voice or something. I don't know.
Well,
don't
I
know.
mean, if he could record in a prison, that would be
All you got to do is write it and let the AI rap it.
I don't know, man, but yeah, it's going to be tough, man. And like you said, I agree with Pink. It's unfortunate, man. And there was a lot of evidence to point towards, like, her friend having the gun at one point. They still couldn't really pinpoint on who shot her. Both people had the gun. You had the one witness who witnessed the friend having the gun, seeing a shot go off when both of them had a gun. So, you know.
I just think like him, her, the friend. These are toxic, drunk people being stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And one person is serving 10 years.
Crazy.
That makes no sense.
For a pinky toe. Did we watch Harlem Nights? He didn't go to jail at all.
He got a fade though.
Yeah, he got that fade, you know. And the same case, Megan will knock Tori out if she.
I like Megan too,
I
bro.
like Megan too. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
Could have ended right there.
Tory should have. I mean, let's say he was the person with the gun.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have never been in that position himself. Like, all right, man, you already had some gun problems before. Like, you putting yourself in that position hurts, and it sucks that he got to go for this long. I think he should have got 3. That would have sufficed more than anything, and then he probably would have did a little bit of that. But you know, like you said, man, 7-8 years, music is past that man now. It's already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't agree less with this whole situation.
Yeah. And we just talked about last week, for various reasons, Drake was saying how he doesn't like to talk or date, famous women anymore. First of all, he said the coochie's not really that good, it's not worth it. But now listen to this, what I think he means by it's not worth it, it's like it's not worth the trouble. Like this right here is a perfect example. It's not worth it.
I mean, and I will stand. I mean, like I'm anti-Second Amendment. Like, get your gun out of this. Like, if you don't have a gun, this is a whole different dynamic.
Dynamic.
You know, and the guns don't help, man.
No,
They just
it's a
don't
security guard there anyway.
Yeah.
You guys are riding with a security guard, no matter who security guard is, whether it's Megan or the friend security.
Right.
Let them hurt a burner.
Even if it's not your security guard, a security guard is there.
Yeah,
sure. So what's the need of you carrying a gun to
everybody want to be Mr. Tough Guy?
To Kylie Jenner's party.
Right.
What the fuck is going to be going on there?
Yeah.
Besides fucking and cocaine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's going to be going on there?
For real. Yeah.
Hey, Kylie Jenner, send me my invite.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you should plan like a Tory Lanez Meg Thee Stallion event where you bring a gun and get drunk.
Nah, I can't do that, man. The Meg Thee Stallion girls gonna kill me, man. Shout out Meg, man. We listen to black women, man. Like, they ain't about to kill me. Your daughter included. Like, hold up. You said what?
Yeah. But
I may get choked out tonight.
that's tough, man. I do hate to see that, man.
I do, man.
I do. All right. This is what I want to do, Ronnie. I have the close friends flyer pulled up here. I want you to do an info, like a short, like an ad.
Okay.
For the
Promo,
close
man.
friends.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
trendy word, promo.
Promo. There you go. I was trying to find it.
Yeah,
I
you're very
couldn't
old
find
school
it.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So here we go. It's on you.
Okay, so boom, we got close friends going down. It's gonna be at Grape in the Grain. It's August 20th, man. It's a Sunday. You know, at Grape in the Grain, we got nothing but good wine, good time. We got food out there. We got 5 food trucks. Good vibes. Got games going on. We be out there playing basketball. We playing Uno. Anything you want to do, just something you can come out there and hang with your friends. It's me, Orlando Vibe Dealer, as well as DJ Yoshi, man. We got 3 DJs coming up to DJ. We have DJ Delasmo, KP, a couple. I can't remember the other DJs. She's a new DJ, but shout out to her. Just come on out. Close friends, great vibes, good times with the best people, man. See y'all on Sunday.
Are white people allowed?
Oh man, we definitely very diverse crowd, man. Hey, we had Asians, whites, blacks, everything, man. We definitely don't, we play music for everybody too. You might hear something from 1965, or you might hear, Pound Town. You never know what you're gonna get. Like, we try to mix it up, man. So always good vibes, man. Like,
as long as you play Back That Ass Up, I'm in.
Actually, we try to stay away from the most popular stuff. Like, we try to give you the different kind of vibe, man. So like, you probably still hear it, but you might hear it blended with, Sailing or something like that.
Sailing?
Yeah, you never know.
Christopher Cross?
Ooh, take me away.
God damn! They need to take that guy away. Take his music away.
I love that song.
Fucking terrible, man. I hate that song. It's right up there with Air Supply.
With Air Supply.
Just 2 fucking homos from the 80s.
Whoop.
Oh my goodness. We'll move along there. And we're going to go to, we do a segment called Start a Bench with Coach Pink, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically what we do, we give Pink 60 seconds to respond or to pretty much tell us what he thinks about these trending topics that's going on in sports, music, entertainment. And then we judge him on his comments there, all right? So I'm getting the clock ready. And then let's go here. Give you a sneak peek of what's going on here. All right. All right, so start a bench. Let's go with let's go with Team USA, man. Start a bench.
Start it.
All right. So of course, Team USA, they have a lot of people are calling the B team, but I think it's just going to be the main. You know, a lot of these guys are going to be the team moving forward. These are the new young guys, and even though they really beat Puerto Rico, they handily, and then they have Luka coming up on Saturday. I want to say Saturday or Sunday. They have Luka coming up. Slovenia. What do you think about the team? And who do you think they need to add to this team to bring the gold home when they play in the?
They're not going to add anybody prior to this tournament. You're saying
no?
Okay, this is who we're rolling with. I was underwhelmed when the roster was listed, but when I watched the game, I kind of liked it. I liked, to me, it's a great opportunity for these players to grow and to be around each other, like adopt each other's habits and really, really showcase themselves. So I'm excited to watch the team. Could the team be better in a few areas? Probably. There's, we would be better off if we had Steph Curry, whatever. But I get that those guys aren't going to compete at the international level for long. And I think you've got to go into this tournament with the mentality of we have enough to win. And you got to do that. And I hope that they do. I think that it seems to be a good cohesive team, and I'm excited to see it. You can't worry about people that are left home. But I think what you do though is you debrief after this tournament, win or lose. You assess the roster and really address the needs that you have, based on what you experience in the tournament. And then we'll have a clearer picture of what do we specifically need to address with personnel.
Yeah, true that. What you think, Ronnie?
Actually, I agree 100%. It reminds me, I don't know if you guys seen the Redeem Team documentary.
We did.
Yeah, and it was like, before Kobe got on there, it was like, okay, we got a good team on paper. It looks good, but, we needed that leader. I think once this is over, I do like it. I agree 100%. I love the young guys coming in. It reminds me of, like, the Olympic team back in, like, 84, the 80s teams and whatnot, when they were just putting the NBA players in there. So it's like showing this is the young talent we have for the future. Because, of course we can put KD or LeBron or whatnot. We've seen that dance already. Like it's good to see, I love to see that P5s on there. Shout out to Orlando Magic. Let's get this new wave of NBA players out there. So I love it personally.
Another thing I want to add, we look at the Redeem thing, and that was a process. They didn't win the world title in 2006, but they needed and added Kobe in 2008. And so I think that's kind of where we're at. But the other thing is that core, for the most part, went from 2006 through 2012. And you want to build a cohesive national team that has an identity and a core part. You don't want to go into every event literally just ad hoc putting a team together for that event. You want to build a culture. And they did a great job of that beginning in 2006. Although it started in failure, it ended in success.
Trae Young really wants to be a part of Team USA.
I'm not sure I want him to be.
I don't know either. I saw it too. I was like, I like Trae Young, but is he a winner? I don't know. Like, he's a streaky guy. Like,
I wouldn't be going out of my way to get him. No. For sure.
Man, he's an Isaiah Thomas these days, huh? Dang.
I wouldn't even put him near Isaiah Thomas.
He's not near him.
No, Isaiah Thomas, I think he gets overlooked in a lot of ways. Yeah. I mean, he had the falling out with Magic Johnson that's well chronicled, him and MJ not getting along. But that dude was a real killer.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And
you don't get two rings without it.
Trae Young, at this point, doesn't deserve to be mentioned in the same breath.
Nah, nowhere close. Nowhere close. Yeah.
All right, let's go with jackpot, the $1.52 billion jackpot starter bench.
Well, I'm just going to say I didn't win, so we might as well mention it. If I didn't win, I don't care.
It was in Florida, too, wasn't it?
It was in Florida.
That's crazy.
That's really crazy. Yeah. Let's go with Burger King starter bench.
What's up with Burger King?
I didn't know either.
Yeah. I thought they went out of business.
Big fact.
They're charbroiled burgers.
So a Burger King worker who has never missed a day in 27 years.
Oh, I saw this,
Yeah.
He puts Lou Gehrig to shame.
27 years.
In 27 years. Let me make sure I get this right, too. So he never missed a day in 27 years. And, okay. And has been given $400,000 in crowdfunding donations after going viral on TikTok.
That's pretty cool. But I would say this. I hope that in 27 years, Burger King has a 401k, and he should certainly have more than 400k in that.
27 years. Wow.
That's pretty wild, man. That is pretty wild.
Really wild.
But yeah, I mean, I have nothing but respect for that. Like, I mean, respect for him for doing that, and respect for people to appreciate it and respond to and reward him for it. That's just a good human story, man.
Yeah,
that's positive.
Yeah.
They didn't even have the King commercials. Like, remember when the King used to be like on the football? He had the little mascot. 27 years ago, they didn't even have that, man. Like, that's crazy.
It's to never miss a day.
Yeah.
Like, you know how hard it is. I used to. My first job ever was McDonald's, man. Like fast food is not for the weak.
That's true.
It's a really hard job. Like, I'm a recruiter now, and if I don't eat as much fast food, but when I did, because I've been a recruiter for a while, if I see a guy and I'm coming in, or a guy, woman, whatever, and they're working really hard in their day every day, what I'm saying? I'll be like, hey, I have a job that pays more than this. I think
Right.
it'd be, you know what I mean? Because that is hard, man. Fast food is hard. To compete with a rush every single day for 27 years. And then you got to deal with, no matter what position you are in the fast food, you're going to have to clean up these nasty bathrooms sometimes. You got to close, open, whatever.
Don't work late. You dealing with people from the club,
late,
drunk.
Man, dealing with attitudes.
No, it's another thing, too, is that, those fast food places, they're like grinders on people. And for this guy to be 27 years, think for like how many different people has he probably worked with? Dumb kids, irresponsible adults, like to be real, like you don't get the cream of the crop in most fast food settings as far as employees and stuff like that.
Not at all.
But this guy consistently showed up to work, did what he's supposed to do. I mean, that's just really to be commended. Yeah, and I mean, I don't know how you guys. I mean, like I talk to and I hear about so many people that like they just literally can't work. Like there's so many problems in just going to their job and functioning. There's always an excuse not to go. There's always something. I mean, and it becomes a little nauseating. But shout out to this guy, man. Good job.
All right, so we got Paul Pierce, D-Wade. Started this.
Paul Pierce, man. Where's the beef? Because if he doesn't have it, he doesn't have anything.
So Paul Pierce again comes out and he is talking about, hey, if I had, whatever, LeBron and Shaq and these people, I would have. He said I would have a few rings too, don't you think? And then D Wade actually responds for the first time. Because this is what the 100th time that Paul Pierce has mentioned this. And D Wade said, "I'm living rent free," and Paul Pierce said,
"Yeah."
So, what do you think about that? And who do you think is really the better player?
I think peak Dwayne Wade is better than peak Paul Pierce. I think that it's literally Paul Pierce's brand right now to make these type of statements that just cause people to talk. And I don't put much stock in it. I think a lot of the statements are reaches, and it's just kind of like pointless. I mean, I think it's fodder for idiots.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Paul Pierce, he's still a dog. I don't want to see like Paul Pierce is some bum, but like sometimes it's, hey man, just shut up. Sometimes like you're making yourself, you're hurting your brand of the truth. Like, all right, you have some big games, and I say this one thing: Boston, the KG, that big three. They gotta let that one ring go. Like they're acting like they won like a dynasty. I'm like, you guys won one ring, man. Like
it is funny. Like
it's crazy,
I mean,
man.
Paul Pierce shit himself in the finals. Like I respect.
He act like he didn't. He said he didn't do it. He was like, nah, it was cramps. We know you took a shit, man. It's cool. We've all been there before.
Come out in a wheelchair. But yeah. I mean, it's weird because I think his current brand is this. And it really does diminish what he was as a player.
And what you mean by this is not necessarily like this topic, but just shit like this. Because you got him when he was on live with KG.
Oh, he was drunk, boy.
He was drunk as shit. And he was talking about, I'm buying women on this site. And they're it's supposed to be assessing a playoff game or a regular season game. Or whatever. It's supposed to be like.
No, it was the finals.
It was the finals,
yeah.
Right? It's supposed to be commentating the finals.
Yeah.
And he's just randomly like, I bought some.
I bought this girl. I was like, this nigga
on this site. Like, what are you talking about, man? And then he gets fired from ESPN.
Yeah, with that one video. Yeah.
With the video. He
I
got
mean,
some hookers in the
those
bag.
things I actually find funny. What I don't like of the brand is when you're like he's always like taking these shots at LeBron in a way. Now he's taking shots at dude, we get you had a really good career.
Yeah.
Like stand on that and stop trying to just kind of take these low hanging fruit.
I'm gonna tell you something. I don't like that.
You don't like what?
Like what you just said. I agree with you. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But I do think he's a better player than Dwayne Wade.
I know you have reasons for that.
No, I don't. No, I'm being serious. Like there are players. Like I wouldn't say Mario Chalmers is better than Dwayne Wade. I'm saying I do think Paul Pierce is better than Dwayne Wade, and their numbers would suggest that. I mean, they're damn near identical. They're damn near identical. The difference is one person had LeBron James in this fucking like
at peak.
I'm talking about
peak human superpowers.
I got it.
Inhumane, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and we talk about, you could say, okay, and he had KG and Real, but he won the Finals MVP. Paul Pierce was the best player on that team. Like I understand KG was important, Ray Allen was important, and Rondo, but Paul Pierce was the best player on that team. He won Finals MVP. He was the first team All NBA guy and all of that. Their clutch numbers are exactly the same. Go ahead, field goals, both 15, 6, 9 in their career. You know what I mean? Paul Pierce is 20 points per game. Dwayne Wade is 22. But Paul Pierce, played a little past his prime.
So did Wade, though. They both did.
Yeah, he was like Cleveland
Wade was
and
past
stuff.
his prime in his 20s. I mean, I'm serious. The finals against the Spurs, he was fucking done.
No, I know.
So,
but he had the weird tour duty with the Bulls, the aborted time in Cleveland, and then the return to Miami. I mean, I'm not saying there's a huge margin between the two. I think it's very close. I think I would just take, like I said,
yeah, you can close your
Wade,
eyes and take Wade, and
that's it. But the margins, I mean, to me, those are guys that are on a very similar tier of NBA stardom.
They're on the same tier. They're on the same tier. I think that's a better way to put it. Because you could take Wade, you could take Pierce, whatever the case may be. I'm not mad at anybody who's taking Wade over Pierce, but they're on the same fucking tier.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wade just has that, what's the name? That first ring was impressive, man.
That 2006 was really impressive.
Yeah.
The 2006 ring from Wade was more impressive than Paul Pierce winning with Garnett.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was stacked team. And don't forget Doc Rivers.
Pat Riley just said.
When I initially comment on peak Wade, that window of time when he was a force of nature.
The problem is it was only 1 year of window of time. That's the thing with T-Mac. People love T-Mac in Orlando, but I mean, his window was like a year and a half.
But it was unbelievable.
And he talked all that shit in the playoffs, and he's like, "Yeah, when we was up 3-1,
it was really good.
It was unbelievable.
It wasn't unbelievable. He didn't win MVP.
He just went.
He didn't win in the playoffs.
he just scored a lot of points."
He went out every night. With
He didn't make his teammates better.
No, he went out every night with a lame supporting cast that just dropped points, carried the burden.
Okay, well, Allen Iverson went out every day.
He made it to the finals.
Respect for him too.
Yeah, but I don't hear people say that was unbelievable. Like you just said, it was unbelievable.
There was time people were like, T-Mac or Kobe. I was like, stop it, come on,
crazy.
y'all.
That's crazy. To understand we're here in Orlando and you have to the best players. You have to come on, man. He's
I don't think he should have gotten. He in the Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's
crazy.
That's
I'm
crazy.
okay with
talk.
that. I'm okay with
Why? Because of the 1 year he had in Orlando, he averaged 29 a game.
Yeah.
It's not like he
I don't
averaged
think he should have
40.
got here.
No.
He didn't.
But he had like
that
2
team
scoring
anywhere.
scoring titles though. I think 2 scoring titles.
Didn't have one good year. He had 2.
I said a year and a half. Yeah. I said that.
I mean, again, he's also one of those guys. And Kobe's one to say it.
He couldn't even get playing time on Toronto. What are we talking about here, man?
Toronto's stupid, man.
Huh?
Toronto's
Are they?
stupid. Yeah, they are. that
Yeah, I'll say
yeah, for sure. Nah, I mean, I also put great weight in what Kobe said about him. That he could do pretty much everything he could do, and he was taller. I mean, I put stock in that. I mean, that's a great guy to anoint somebody
I'm
else.
not gonna lie. Kobe said a
high
lot
level.
of good things about a lot of people.
That were just okay.
Like it's not. I mean, you know what I mean. Like I put a little less stock in what Kobe said because he big a lot like Dirk, Allen Iverson, like Shaq, a lot of like post the.
Those are really great guys, though.
Huh?
Those are really
Yeah,
great
you named some Hall of Famers right
Yeah,
there.
what I need to name, like if he said something about Mario Chalmers. I don't know what he said
exactly.
about.
That's
You
what
gotta
I'm
leave
saying.
Mario
I do
Chalmers
know he
alone.
shitted on the bad players like Smush
That's what I'm
Parker.
saying.
You know what I mean?
Shit, Dwight Howard.
Smush Parker.
He shitted on Dwight.
Shitted on Dwight.
Yeah. I mean, his where he shits and where he praises seems good to me.
I'm not mad at that.
He gave some credit to Randall. I'm like, yeah, you got some legs with that. Yeah, some of the Kobe takes, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I tend to think he was often quite right.
We got 3 more here. Let's get through this. Yeah. All right. Young Jeezy started bench.
Young Jesus, let's go with it.
All right. I'm curious if you remember this song too, Ronnie. So he was on the podcast recently, and he was saying how "Done It All" is his greatest song ever. That's his crown achievement.
With Jay-Z?
No. And hold on. Not "Done It All." You're right. That is the song with Jay-Z. And all in the pair Air Force. It's similar to that, but it's called.
I ain't gonna hold. No.
It's called "Done It." It's called yeah, it's called "Done It." Yeah, "Done It All." That's the name of it. It was off the Recession. It was like a mixtape. He didn't put it on the album.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Why did he say that?
Yeah, that's wild.
He said he felt every lyric on there. Yeah, it's called "Done It," just "Done It." The one with Jay-Z is "Done It All." This one is just "Done It." It was a bonus track for the Recession, but they ended up just putting it on that mixtape. And let me show you right here. You remember this?
All right. As soon as it came out, I was like, okay, he wildin'.
He's his greatest song ever, and that's like Jeezy is one of those artists, and it's a lot of artists like this where the first album is like that's his crown, that should be his crown achievement, but the song wasn't on that, right? So the podcaster was looking for him to say like a song off of that
TN 101 or something like that, yeah,
off that album, but he didn't.
I mean, my take on it would be, I don't think we're in a position to say he's right or wrong. It's his most impactful song, and what's most interesting that is why for him. Why did that song mean so much for you?
Yeah.
And that, I mean, it is what it is. That's what he feels, but it's interesting to know like why that song meant more to him than the others.
No, that's true.
Yeah, I agree. Like if he feels it, if he put his heart and soul into that song, that's cool. That resonates with him. But Jeezy, you're wrong. Like, sorry, that's not your best song. It's not even top 100. Why you didn't put it at the verses then?
Damn. Yeah, he didn't play it at the verses. Yeah. So let me out the top of your head, what would you say is his best song?
Ooh, man,
top of your head. That's hard for artists.
Yeah, like I'm a big Jeezy fan too.
Are
like,
you? Oh, okay.
I mean, I like it's probably something off of TN 101. Standing Ovation gets me there.
Standing Ovation?
Yeah, it's Standing Ovation, man. When they come up, my guy, he went to Jeezy. He did like the symphony in Atlanta. They did the whole TN 101, like dressed up, everybody.
Symphony style.
Yeah, he said it was the best concert he's ever seen. Me and him, we go to a concert on Friday in New York. So like, this is like, so
high praise.
Yeah, he was like, man, it was the crazy. You just feel everybody, the energy. So definitely Standing Ovation for me.
Oh, man. Skip Bayless, started bench.
Start him.
So, of course, we all know Shannon Sharp has left. He hasn't landed anywhere just yet, but he's in talks with ESPN or even starting his own platform there. So he's building his team to come back in October, or was it September, October?
So is he on a sabbatical right now? He's not doing shows?
Right. He's just doing his own personal podcast.
But not doing
the Undisputed. On Fox Sports.
Okay.
So he already has Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is committed to
Fridays or something.
Fridays, every Friday. He has the lady. Right here you can see he has Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman is committed to be basically in Shannon Sharp's spot, but only really during football season. He also has Rachel Nichols, okay, as a co-host. You remember Rachel Nichols?
Yeah, she banged Jimmy Butler.
Yes,
and
Jimmy Butler,
possibly others.
I like it. It's a moment.
Not possibly. I'm pretty sure it was others. I wanted this. She had to do something with Skip.
She was passed. She was passed around like a mop in a McDonald's kitchen.
Oh man!
Dang, Rachel.
They're gonna take this YouTube down. All right. Richard Sherman, if you guys remember, man,
they got into
it. Like probably, I would put that 1 or 2. As far as the people who got into it with Skip on air, that was a crazy viral moment. The one line, it's so crazy I can remember it like to this day. It was years ago. But Richard Sherman was like, I'm better at life than you. He was pissed off
That's funny.
on live air. And it's funny because I bet you the producers in the back like, damn, should we cut it? Should we cut it? Because it's live. You're like, what can you do? And so, yeah, he's going to be joining the show. I know I'm supposed to let you talk, but I lose a little respect for Richard.
Same.
Because it was so strong, and you vowed to never with Skip, and you hate Skip.
He
Mhm.
vowed that?
Man,
Okay.
yeah, man.
Okay.
And he never, if you notice, he never really came back on the show when Skip was on there again. He just wanted to get that off. So to now do this because he doesn't have a media job at this present moment, I believe.
I'm glad you said that because almost like that story we did last week with the guy getting out of jail. Like the additional facts change everything. I was actually, when I first just heard this pairing, I was, that's a pretty intriguing pairing. You know, Richard Sherman's a Stanford guy.
value,
He's
yeah.
very bright. He's, he can be probably compelling. And I thought, on face value, that's probably not a bad deal. And I didn't know. I heard he was supposed to do something with Lil Wayne, but then I was assuming when I heard this that fell through. So I didn't realize he's going to work like a multi-person setup.
The Stephen A. Smith thing. He's
But if you were Richard Sherman and you had an argument with this guy and you said you were not going to fuck with him anymore, and now you're here.
On his show.
You are a hoe.
Mhm.
It's that simple. I don't respect you anymore. You just, again, you've got, we have to stop being so damn forgiving about everything. If somebody does wrong, like, stand on it.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with you again. I can watch you die. It ain't gonna bother me.
So what if Skip came to him and really apologized and they squashed everything? Look, I'm against this, but
if you go to a certain place, there's no apology. There's none.
But it could also have been, sometimes the network wants to see that, so they'll push it on.
That.
Yeah,
I get that. Then you're what I said you are. You're a hoe. They pay, you play.
hoes got to eat too.
I'm not a get the bad guy. I'm not a get the bad
line.
guy.
That's a classic line.
I'm not a get the bad guy. That's it. Like, nah, I
Hoes
don't
gotta eat
respect it. Yeah.
That's a classic line.
I just don't know what's Skip. What is he doing anymore? Like, all right, eventually LeBron's retiring. And I feel like Skip needs to go when LeBron goes. Like, all right, we've had enough, because that's all he really has. Like, he's just a big hater. And like, it got to a point where I stopped watching a little bit. I was like, man, either he's jocking, Shannon was jocking LeBron and he's hating LeBron. Every day was the same thing, or same thing with the Cowboys or Tom Brady. So like, Richard, I guess is gonna be, in my opinion, he's not even a token black guy. That's Lil Wayne. Like, all right, we get it. Lil Wayne, you know a little bit about sports, but you don't know a lot. Like, am I supposed to take your word for anything other than entertainment? And you're probably gonna be on drugs, bro. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm really just good on it, man.
That's what he's turning this. That's what the show is going to be turned into. It's
A
not
big
a sports
circus.
show anymore. It's a circus entertainment.
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
And because with Shannon, it still had credibility,
Mhm.
and Shannon is awesome. But then when you lose him because of what you did,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? It's and you're replacing them with these people. Now,
See,
with Richard,
like an issue that I see with this is like, if you're Richard Sherman, if you're Lil Wayne, why are you taking this gig? Like, you saw what he did to Shannon Sharp. He's gonna do the same to you
Yeah.
at some point in this process.
for Richard,
or
like,
do you,
yeah.
or are you like somehow weirdly compelled to somehow like represent black people in that forum, and you're just gonna be the guy to do that? Is that what this is?
Nah.
It doesn't make sense. I would not go on this show. I would not take this spot. To me, and I can't say for me, but as a black person, I don't get it.
Why does Richard take this?
Yeah.
Just what happened to Shannon,
Yeah.
and you have a prior history.
And why does Wayne do it?
Well, Wayne
But
supposedly
don't excuse
Wayne
that.
and
not
Skip be
excusing
hanging
anything.
out all the time and shit.
Wayne and Skip are friends.
Yeah.
like they
Yeah.
long
right.
time. For
All
whatever reason, they're friends. I don't get it, but they're friends.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Skip had to beg him, because the commitment is, this is what Skip said. He said, we have Wayne. He's gonna do every Friday if he's available.
Yeah.
He's gonna give us one segment every Friday if he's available. If and when he's and if he does come on and he's cooking, we will
Just roll with it.
Just roll with it a few segments and see what happens.
Okay.
So I'm sure he had to really like.
So pretty much Wayne's just the same thing he was doing before, and they're just trying to give it a title now because he was already coming on the show anyway.
Coming on like whatever once every couple of weeks.
He'll probably do the first 3 Fridays to make it feel like it's consistent, and then next thing you know, he in Vegas wilding out.
That's funny.
So who knows? But yeah, I don't like it. Rachel Nichols is interesting. And I'm sure like because Richard is only for football season, he might just
for basketball.
Feel the basketball time.
Yeah.
I don't hate Rachel Nichols, so it's like all right, I can deal with that.
That's a little more intriguing than the Richard and Wayne for me.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't really know like her opinions on things. I don't know who other than Jimmy Butler who she's a big fan of. No, like as far as like the,
I feel like she's very neutral. Like I feel like if there's something else on, I'll probably watch that.
Yeah.
The last one here is this Austin Rivers thing. Of course, he has his own podcast now.
Been trying to get him on our podcast.
Yeah, we're trying. I think it's gonna happen.
Shout out One Apart.
Yeah, man.
Wildcats.
One Apart, man. He lists his top 10 NBA players of all time. And some of the names are LeBron, Michael, Kobe, Curry, Tim Duncan, Shaq, Kareem, Bill Russell. Names that you would put in there. The one name that stuck out and really people are up in arms about is Kevin Durant.
And who's not? Like Magic and Bird aren't on?
No, Magic is on there.
But Bird's not.
So Bird's not, Wilt's not. And,
Wilt's not.
No, Wilt's not.
Wow.
Bird's not. A couple of other guys. And the main thing is like, I would put Bird over Durant. I would put quite a few guys.
I would put Bird over Durant, and I would also put Wilt over many.
Yeah, put Wilt over many.
To me, I don't think you can put a top 10 without Wilt in it.
Yeah,
that's.
I think it's depending on your age. Like if you didn't really see Wilt play, it's hard to even going back and watching film. You're like, okay. He definitely dominated, but like it's hard to really like. Austin played against KD, so he's like, man, I know what he did, and I feel that.
I disagree though, because again, that's the same argument we made for. He has Bill Russell in there, he has Kareem in there.
Oh, that's true.
He
yeah,
didn't play against those guys. He didn't play against Michael, and Wilt. Like, I mean, any minimal amount of like research. You look into it's ridiculous. Like his stats, even and then just his physical abilities and the random stuff he was able to do. Like no, he's in that class of rare athlete that just like was decades ahead of his time.
And he smashed over 1,000 women.
20,000.
Yeah, 20,000. That was the number. Yeah, it was crazy.
That like 1,000. Come on.
I knew the number was high. I was like, 1,000 ain't even crazy. You right.
Bubba might be close.
Oh, shit.
1,000. Come on.
No, but yeah, Kevin Durant, man, is a guy. I think he was on that trajectory, but it's just thing after thing after thing. I just don't think he belongs in that company.
Do you think he can get there?
No,
not at this point.
I don't.
So the ring in Phoenix, no. If he can get a ring,
no.
If he gets a ring in Phoenix, no. It
Two?
It helps. That's just we talking unrealistic probabilities now.
No, but like again, the guys in that like LeBron's on 4, Michael's on 6, Russell's on 11, Magic's on 5, like Kobe's 5, Shaq's 4, or 3 or 4.
He's on
4.
Yeah, I mean you're I don't know if he gets 2, he gets to 4, but like I don't know, man.
But then I still don't put him on par with Curry. I don't put him on par with LeBron either. So like,
I think the biggest thing that hurt him was when Curry, because we all had KD over Curry, even when KD had to join the team and things like that. But when Curry really won that ring,
that last one,
in the same year that KD got swept and KD was fully healthy, Kyrie was fully healthy, like. That meant something, man.
Yeah,
like that fucking meant something. Like you just don't get swept in your prime.
Yeah.
In your prime of prime with another superstar in his prime of prime against 2 young guys who arguably wasn't in their prime. Yeah. Like that just doesn't happen.
Swept. I mean, in the first round.
Swept. First round? That doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can't happen for a top 10 all-time guy.
At all.
And it's more things than just that. It's way more things than just that. But, you know, I don't know. Austin, you could do better than that, man. and even if you so you play against them and things like that. Okay.
Well, I mean,
I don't fully agree with now. Like, I was a guy when, like, you know, whatever 5-6 years ago, I was like, yeah, man, KD is unstoppable. He's unguardable. He's 7 foot. He can do this and do that and do that. But now I think I look about it. He's really not that unstoppable. There's things you could do if you're physical with him and you're near his size. The problem is, if you're 6'4", trying to guard him and things like that. But yeah, you put a 6'8", 6'9" guy in him.
Put a little body on him.
Physical, and you have a body. Like, Jason Tatum is not the great. I know, right, Paul? He's not the greatest defender of all time.
Right.
But look at what he was able to
But he
frustrate
does
him.
match up physically well with him.
Yeah.
He's 6'9", maybe. He's very long himself. He does present
with a big frame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
So.
And it's always been questionable what KD gives you or doesn't give you on defense and in other categories.
Yeah.
You know. I think he was in his greatest habitat in Golden State.
He should have stayed right over there.
Should have stayed.
Because he was able to just be the lethal killer, you know, with the ball.
They probably would have won 2 more rings messing around with that.
And now you cooking because see what happens. Okay, yeah, we as in me, yeah, you know, whatever. I talk trash about you joining this whatever team that just whooped you, and they were a great, awesome, all-time team already, and then you join this great, awesome team already. But the thing is, we have to get past that at some point. Whether you know, and when you leave the team, what happens is, you know, now you don't accomplish anything, and this team still does. You might as well just stay and rack it up, and say, "Fuck it, we're just going to be the most dominant team ever." And now, what are you going to say?
I don't understand. Like, I don't know if it's boredom or something like that, but when you are in a good situation, maximize it. Stop running from good.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
No.
You know, and to me, and part of the reason I go back to USA basketball, part of the reason I love that is, like, they construct these teams, and they're freaking awesome teams. Yeah. I mean, there's something beautiful if you love basketball to watch, like, a super talented team function, and you get to see that in the in the national team level where you're drawing anybody who's American who plays in the league. It's a great pool of guys to draw from, and it's extraordinary. You know, but I don't like watching teams. That's why I don't watch college basketball, because too many guys suck. But I'll be honest, you know, guys running around playing hard as hell. The game's overcoached. You have, you know, usually 2 or 3 guys that can't shoot, you know, in an empty gym on the floor at the same time. It's just a clusterfuck.
What about women's basketball?
Come on, man.
It's not one thing I do like about women's basketball. The fundamentals is there.
Bullshit.
They're there. They're there. They play.
They do not.
It's boring. I'm not gonna say it's not boring.
They do not.
But they know how to move that ball around.
They do not, man.
No pause.
That is a misnomer.
Hey. That was me throwing out that ace of spades.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah, I know it.
You were ready to knock that shit.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible. It's so overrated. I watch a few possessions of the Final Four every year. Women's basketball.
Not a few possessions.
That's all it takes. No, I told this story.
That's all you really need, though.
No, I did.
Give them last 3 minutes.
I grew up in Connecticut. I'm watching some other thing. The ESPN trailer says, I think it was tie game, 22 seconds left. I go, oh, let me see what happens. I turn over to the thing. They inbound the ball. They dribble around. They try and set a high ball screen. The girl can't turn the fucking corner because she's not athletic and too slow. She ends up having to pass to somebody late in the clock who's behind the arc who throws up an air ball. You have 22 seconds to get a good shot.
That's bad coaching more than anything.
No, it isn't. That's bad execution. You got the ball in bounds. You get to set up a high pick and roll. That's execution. And those ladies didn't do it. That's a joke. Then they
need to lower the goal.
That's my suggestion.
I just want to see them dunk.
These are my 2 suggestions for women's basketball. Lower the goal.
You must like to watch animals fuck too.
Listen. Lower the goal and go to lingerie. Those are my
Nah,
two.
you can't do the lingerie.
Go to lingerie and lower to go. Those are my two suggestions.
Because after a while, because do you want to see some of them women? Have you seen a lot of them WNBA players? That's not what you want to see.
Some you live, some you got. So, yeah, I know. You live with some, you die with some.
It's like the strip club. You ain't gonna like every stripper.
You ain't gonna like it.
Yeah, all right.
You ever went to the strip club at 12 in the afternoon for a steak?
They got some good food in there. I'm about to say, yeah, I don't did it.
Well, you know, you gonna catch some creatures in there too, man.
Stop defending.
But I fully agree with the rim thing. I fully agree. With
Why? Like, what is that?
That's
There's
one of my
women that are
suggestions.
already dunking. Like, why do you want
Yeah,
to
like
lower
three.
the rim now?
those women that's dunking, now they're doing windmills. Now they may be able to
In
between the legs.
games. In games.
No, he's saying no.
No.
They'll be able to do windmills in games.
Nah,
Yeah.
no, they won't.
The ones that can dunk, yeah.
Already?
Yeah, try and do a windmill, tear ACL, ball go out of bounds.
We're tearing ACLs too.
Yeah, I'm about to
Women
say.
tire at a much higher rate. no. I mean, that's scientific.
That might be a
proof.
fact.
No. That's 100% fact. The wider women's hips cause the inverted knee, and that knee is exposed for higher risk of
That's why
knee
my
injury.
knee fucked up.
You have the hips of a woman.
No, yeah.
That's pretty much what I heard.
I know, right?
No, that's actual science right there. That's a thing.
I want to give a quick shout out to one of our sponsors here, Royal13thebrand.com. Again, that's Royal13thebrand.com. Use promo code Bubba Pink, and you'll be able to be fly in the summer heading to the fall at a discount if you use promo code Bubba Pink at Royal13thebrand.com. All right, here. Where we going next here? We got a couple things left here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I wanted to talk about this. This is interesting. I caught wind of this today. This is a trending story that just broke today, so I don't know if you guys heard about this. You're reading it? It's
Yeah.
crazy. So it's a black Texas elementary school teacher. She loses her job now. She lost her job. She was a teacher after complaining on Twitter that her sister was dating a white man. She tweeted, "I enjoy being a racist, and I'm never changing." Okay.
Wait, that was the whole tweet. I enjoy being a racist. I'm never changing.
I'm never changing. That's the
But
whole
what
tweet.
it described the sister situation or no?
No, that's what she wrote after she got into a bunch of trouble after she got fired.
So this is after.
Okay.
This is after. That's the tweet
Okay.
that was after that. So she lost her job. Now she's an idiot. All right, because now you put that out, you're not gonna get hired anyway. All right, so let's talk. That's that part. All right, it's just this is just really, really, really dumb, and rich white people can do that because they have money. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like even the riverboat people. Okay, they had a business. They lose their business. They're just gonna fucking open another one. Like
They're gonna be okay.
You're an elementary school teacher.
You already broke.
You already struggling.
Well, I
Now
mean,
you can't get another job anywhere else. Teaching. Like, yeah, she
probably
could-
not teaching. But
Oh,
a lot of
not
people-
teaching at all.
A lot of people want to get out of teaching anyway.
That's true.
She looked like she's skinny, may have a nice shape. Maybe she can go into Rachel's or a strip club or somewhere and
Yeah.
until she lands on her feet somewhere.
Might not be what you lands on.
Yeah, she wilding though. Like,
What you guys think of this, man? 'Cause this is why I literally just before I came in, somebody sent me this on IG, so it's blowing up. It's blowing up right now.
It's ill-advised, obviously. It is. I mean, I do feel like it's one of those like what it does. It walks right into that punch of like. There's been white people who have like lost jobs for tweeting racist things, and there's there's people out there like Sean King who will like hey, do you know this person, and like find out where they work and tell the employer. But like this is, I mean, like all the white people that are counter to that viewpoint are like, this is our opportunity. Like we finally caught a black person and
got him.
being racist. And here it is. We got him. I mean, that's literally what you walked into, and you're gonna pay the consequences. But yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I mean, I don't know why people don't understand like social media, that it could ruin you. Like you put something out there, it's a wrap, man. Because once it's there, somebody sees it, it gets retweeted, somebody screen shares it or screenshots it, or whatever. You're done. So like, be smarter. Like I think that's more than anything. Like whatever you feel. Look, I'm sure a lot of people are racist out there, but they're not putting that out there, So, and personally, if I'm a parent, I don't even want my black teacher saying shit like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold up, man, because I don't I don't want that kind of energy around my children, you know. So that's not what I'm raising. So I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Like you can feel that way about your sister, and just say that man. I don't fuck with that man. You don't got to say that white man because it starts getting muddy then. So
Well, and what is funny too, because it is like it is like it's a family thing. Like it really doesn't need to be, I mean, I could see, to me it makes maybe more sense if there's like some sort of like public event that's racist and you're responding to that, and maybe you say something a little too aggressive, whatever. But like this is something entirely in your family. There's no need to tweet it outside there. I mean, you could go up to the white guy and tell him face to face.
She must have been watching that brawl. That's what it was. She was like, I can say anything now.
I can say anything now. What's our guy's name, man? I know this guy because I do like him. He's viral. He's I ain't giving you no type of information to figure out his name. He says a lot of things about interracial marriage. He's a black guy. He's oh my gosh, man.
Like a local guy or like
he's a national guy, man. National guy. And he's like really famous. All these different like IG clips and videos, and he talks about, and you'll see memes where it's like when you see a black guy with a white girl and they'll have his face on there, just looking, and it'll be like
disapprovingly.
Yeah, disapprovingly.
Oh, Dr. Umar.
Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
I knew that'd get you.
I thought you were talking about Aaron Camford.
Oh, Dr. Umar probably loving this right here.
Yeah.
You gotta help this sister.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably raising funds right now.
Probably raising some fun. But yeah, all she had to do was put a Dr. Umar meme or something up, man. I just couldn't tell you how much.
But Dr. Umar supposed to open up a school. We've been trying to do it for like 10 years, so maybe she can get hired over there.
There you go.
He's been fined for 10 years.
Man, it's crazy, man. Like, I don't mess with Dr. Umar. Come on. Got the people sending you money. Ain't been no school built yet. Not a window, nothing.
I mess with Doc, man. I mess with
He funny, though. He hilarious, but yeah.
What is that? Okay, so you also saw that story, though, like I guess like the LeBron James, like I Promise school, like the kids are not meeting state standards.
So it's more to it. It's like that school, like,
about that then?
yeah, like,
Okay,
so
what's
most of
going on
the students that are going there are already like 3-4 years behind.
Really?
Yeah, and like let's say they're reading on the 7th grade level and they're in 10th grade. So it's like they're not going to pass. They weren't supposed to. So it looks a lot worse than it is. If you talk to a lot of educators, they'll tell you like, no, he's still doing great things for those kids. They're just really at-risk kids. Like, you don't just turn that around in a year or two. You have to get that. You're going to have some failures.
I didn't realize that the school was like specifically geared to at-risk.
It's not specifically, but they take a lot of that because they take the kids from that community, and so typically kids from that community are at risk. So so it's definitely a lot of that. So I get it. People are gonna look at it. They'll find any way to try to down LeBron. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I'm not a hater of him as well. So I'm like okay, this ain't the the hill to die on.
Yeah. No, I mean when I just read it, it felt like kind of like a bummer. Like what is I don't know the answer to this. Is that school purely high school or does that start younger?
I'm not sure. I want to say I feel like it's like middle school, like junior high. I know it's different.
Okay.
Yeah, junior high to high school, to senior, something like that.
Yeah. I'm not sure either, but yeah, I guess we'll see what his story turns. She looks okay though, right?
She all right.
Yeah, Bubba.
What's her name? You don't got her name on there?
Bubba, you got a shot.
Claire, is it? What does that say?
I know that Instagram gonna be. Yeah. I mean that Twitter gonna be down now. She's gonna take that off of there.
Claire, her name is Claire Cowles.
Claire Huxtable.
Yeah.
She probably young too. She on that Twitter tweeting about school stuff, so she gotta be about 23, 24. Probably just came out of college.
Yeah. Clearly, I have no shot as a white man.
You never know. She could do PR, man. She's like, no, look, I'm not racist.
That's right. Be part of the redemption tour.
How would you feel if you was the sister's boyfriend or whatever?
How would you feel?
He probably laughing his ass off.
How would you feel if you were a white guy that had already smashed her?
Already smashed her?
Yeah.
I'm bringing it out.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
You're in 2022? Yeah.
You were number 993. That's good stuff, though.
And I gotta talk trash about the coochie, all type of stuff.
I would imagine though, if you're the boyfriend of the sister, like this is not news to you. Like you've probably already heard this. It is what it is.
Fucking Claire. Yeah. Every time I go over there, Claire her shit.
She looks like the type though that if he goes over there, she'll just like up and walk out.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe make somebody snide ass remark and head out. It's like, well, you're gone. I'll enjoy myself.
Oh, so Chris is saying he knows her from Twitter. That's an AI photo. You remember that though? That the Remy thing. So that's I hate that.
That ain't even her.
It's her, but it ain't her.
Yeah, it ain't her. Yeah.
What? Why?
I was looking at that. She got no blemishes on that thing.
That's like worse than filters and all that. Like,
why do people do that?
I mean, I did it. It was kind of fun. I just wanted to see it.
It was fun, but using that as like your profile.
Your profile's
picture,
wild.
That's
yeah.
wild. Like, for,
I don't like filters at all.
And it's
people send you like stuff with filter, and it's like I just want to see you, not
that's
the
crazy.
filter.
And then he says Dr. Umar School opens next year.
Yeah, all right.
Allegedly.
And he says her real name is Danielle. Damn, Chris know her for real.
Damn.
Hey, follow on IG, man.
Chris,
just, for professional reasons.
Chris, you tapping that or what?
Chris, you tapping racist, man.
She has a small tattoo on her left shoulder blade.
Smashing racist women out here, man.
That's great.
Oh man, I'm waiting for him to put his. Yeah, but her name is Danielle, and that's one of them AI photos.
You want to share her number here too?
He said she in my DM. She's cool.
All right now.
Okay.
Shooters gonna shoot.
Oh man.
There you go.
Danielle is in our editor's DM. Mike can get her on the show.
It's like a 6 degrees of separation. You
Chris, send her a message, man. See if she wants to get on the podcast
to get her side of the story out.
And we'll get her side of the story, man. For real. Send her a DM right now. Yeah, man. Let's do that, man.
We're gonna get Dr. Umar here too.
We'll surprise her. We won't let her know that.
he's too busy passing out textbooks.
Getting ready, man.
One more year.
Oh man.
It'll be an open day at that school. 10 years ago I had a dream.
Years ago I had a dream. You silly, man. I wanted to run through some football stuff. We know NFL season is running right around here, man.
Who's your team?
Green Bay.
The Green Bay Packers.
Since I was a little kid, man.
Really? You glad to see that bum Aaron Rodgers gone?
I was tired of it. It was like, oh man, every postseason is always some bullshit.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, it's been time for a rebuild. Fuck the Jets right now. Heavy on fuck the Jets. So
I watched the first episode of Hard Knocks.
I didn't watch it yet.
I enjoyed it. It was pretty cool.
I didn't watch it.
It was pretty cool.
Either.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was one thing. Like, those Jet fans are hyped up about Rodgers, but there was like one. He's literally just walking onto the practice field, and they just start chanting his name. It was kind of.
Didn't they learn when they got far from us? That time, like you're really getting the same shit again.
Yeah, it's the Packers QB retirement.
Mm-hmm.
And the Vikings said the Packers QB hospice.
Oh yeah.
First of all, I don't know anybody that's a Packers fan. That's wild. But how do you think Love is going to do? Jordan Love is going to do?
I'm hoping he's doing okay. I see us winning like 6 games, maybe. I don't.
That ain't okay.
I think he's going to be better than what I think.
He's been looking good in the.
He's going to be better than what people think.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I mean, our division is still kind of open. Like the Vikings aren't doing great. Chicago's not doing anything. Lions, I like the way they ended, but they got rid of the running back Jamal. What's his last name?
Yeah, but they got that guy Gibbs from Alabama. He's good. He's talented. I think the Lions are a team in the ascendancy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure the Vikings are. I mean they're still dangerous. They're good. The Bears are the team I think is a little weak, but we'll see.
Yeah,
they're a wild card. They're trying to pump up, Justin.
Yeah,
but they're a wild card.
But it's you're either gonna do it or not do it.
That's it.
I mean he's. This would be his 3rd season
Yep.
playing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if there's not a significant growth and consistency and play,
then it's time to look.
Time to jettison him.
Yeah. But so the top 100 players came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to see what you guys thought was most interesting. So of course Mahomes is number 1. Justin Jefferson came as number 2. I thought that was interesting.
That's really high.
Jalen Hurts number 3. Nick Bosa number 4, Kelsey number 5.
Nick is the 49er one.
The
Mm-hmm.
49ers pass rusher.
Kelsey was 5?
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought that was pretty high for a tight end.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow number 6. So they have Jalen Hurts over Burrow. I don't think that's right.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although this this calf strain may be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah, but that's not a part of this. But
well, I know,
yeah,
but in
just
reality,
in
I mean, that's
reality,
the thing. I mean,
He's still trying to get paid too.
yeah. I guess what's curious is you're about 6-7 guys deep and no Aaron Donald.
For the first time in like what?
I was gonna
6,
say
7
like he's
years.
probably been in that top
1 to
3
3
or 5.
Yeah,
like
one to
Rams
3.
were just
Yeah.
whatever last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, but I mean, him individually has just always been regarded on a super high level.
Definitely.
Who else they got in that rounding out the top 10?
Tyreek Hill, number 7. Number 8, Josh Allen. Number 9, Parsons, and 10, Chris Jones from the Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
So Aaron Donald not even in the top 10.
No.
I'm interested to see what Josh Allen gonna do this year. This is do or die for them. Their window's closing.
Yeah, almost artificially so, because I mean he's still young, and it doesn't feel like they should have a window closed. But I do think that the way that things have played out, I think there's a certain tension that's been built, and tension against expectations. That if they don't show some progress, I could see it imploding.
Mm-hmm. He reminds me of Phillip Rivers' career,
Really?
not player-wise, but like career-wise. Like, I'm almost there, but no.
Hopefully, he doesn't have as many children as Phillip.
Jesus,
Rivers.
he just had another one, didn't he?
Jeez, man, he's like the Nick Cannon of the NFL.
Who was like that? It was Cromartie had a bunch of kids
Cromartie's
too.
got
yeah.
a bunch too. Yeah. So that's too funny. Where is Aaron Donald on that thing?
Number 11.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
right
right
outside the top
of it.
10.
Yeah, right outside.
That's still
the top
respectable.
10.
After the year he had, I give him 11.
Yeah.
Not under some
It's
of those
hard
people, though.
to, I don't know. That's just a hard thing to categorize a top 100 player.
Especially with all the different positions too. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah. That I don't. It's very tough. I
It
mean,
just has to be.
yeah. I mean, so I don't know.
But
yeah.
as always, every season, I mean, it's some good storylines, man. Because you got the Denver Broncos, Russell Wilson, to see if the new coach can turn him around, Sean Payton.
Yeah.
But the early reports are saying that Russell is struggling with the command of this offense because a lot of different movements and things like that. They're blaming it on the system. But I think Russell just might be cooked.
Russell might be a bit of an idiot.
Mm.
He kind of like, in some ways, he's like a quarterbacking savant in some of the things he can do. But he may not be one of those guys that's like really like a guy that can go system to system and pick up football quickly. When he's asked to be in a system, and I think, I mean, like, kind of the backstory in Seattle was like they kind of played the way they did because it kind of emphasized his strength and hit his weakness, and he may be in a situation by getting outside that bubble where he's a little bit exposed in terms of his football acumen.
To your point, I thought what was most interesting was when last year, they had a lot of they had success that people didn't realize, didn't think they were going to have with what's his
Geno
name?
Smith.
With Geno Smith. And they asked the coach. They say, they said, well, we were able this year to really open up our offense.
That's why I'm saying that was a backstory.
And that's Geno's first year in his offense. Russell spent what? 5, 6,
10,
7,
Yeah, damn near 10. Yeah.
yeah.
And you couldn't open up the offense in 10 years.
Nah, that's
Like, he didn't expound on it. Nobody asked him a follow-up question, but I think that was
that
enough.
was definitely in the background that like Seattle played a certain way because of him, and it wasn't like because of everything he could do. And then he goes over there, and again, it's not a complete comparison, but Aaron Rodgers like swears by Hackett.
Yeah.
He took offense to the things that Sean Payton said about that, and he thinks that he the guy knows his football and does a great job. So there's a lot to be said with some of that stuff. But again, if Russell Wilson does not play well this year, that's you could say that he's cooked in the sense that maybe he's just past his prime. But I also think there's an element of this because he's not ancient. That he's just not necessarily an adaptable football player to different systems.
He doesn't have any MVPs, right?
I don't believe so.
No, I don't believe so.
It's a Hall of Fame right now.
That's tough, man.
I would trend toward yes. But I'm charitable in the Hall of Fame. I don't know.
And see, I'm not. I think the Hall of Fame should be relegated. But I'm gonna tell you something. NFL is harder to get in than NBA.
It is, especially for a receiver too.
So for NBA, you can be gracious. I'm not gracious, but NFL, it doesn't fucking matter. Like you got to be that guy to get in.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? It's not,
Yeah.
It's a ton of guys on the outside looking in. and
Yeah.
you're wondering why. NBA is just fucking let anybody in.
Who they just let in, like Joe Thomas and Revis, and who else? Oh, DeMarcus Ware.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that means real good players.
I was a Revis. Like I used to love fucking Revis, man.
Yeah.
I used to be so fucking astounded with the shit he can do, because like that was like the golden age for receivers, man. Like those receivers were fucking.
He was shutting
awesome.
all that shit
He
down.
was, like shutting like all of them.
Yeah, no, that one season, like they'll post
Revis
like the
Island
stats,
season.
And it's like every week he was playing a dog, and the dog was going home, a puppy. It was crazy.
And he didn't play that like he would follow the receiver around.
Yeah.
He'll play inside. He'll play outside. None of this shit was like, oh, I can only
He's
play
on
the
the
other
other
side.
side.
Yeah.
No,
You know what I mean?
I like that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm that type of player, if you're on that elite corner, it's
if
just
I'm
like,
that guy.
who's your guy? All right, wherever
him
he
here.
goes, I go.
Yeah.
You can figure out the rest.
Yeah, because that's the one thing we were just talking about Richard Sherman. In Richard Sherman's prime, he was a really good fucking corner. But the thing about Richard was he could only play one side. He only played one side. He liked that left side. And so what teams just started doing was, well, okay, we'll
Just
just
attack the other side.
we'll just put our
Yeah.
receiver, put our best receiver on the other side. That's what are you gonna do?
No, it's. I mean, you kind of see the same dynamic with pass rushers now. Like they'll move the pass rusher around.
Yeah, they'll move them
They're not
around.
going to sit there and say, well, you're going to go, come off the left side every single time. We're going to move you where all over and. So they go to line of scrimmage. They go, all right, where's Micah Parsons? Oh, he's over here now. All right, what are we doing? So yeah, no, that's the way that is. I love that. Like I'm just gonna chase that guy anywhere he goes. That's real awesome stuff.
You think the Chiefs have a real chance to repeat here? That doesn't
Why
happen
wouldn't
often,
they?
man.
Why wouldn't they?
I like him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, AFC still loaded, but
AFC is loaded, man.
Yeah.
So if I was to bring up question of the Chiefs of the field,
Well, that's a gambling dynamic that you play odds and percentage. It almost always favors the field. Just because I have 31 options, anything can happen. I mean that is what it is. I mean, so if you're gambling, I would say the field. But I mean the way I look at the Chiefs, is I like their chances of winning a Super Bowl as much or better than any other team individually. There's no other team that I'm like, oh man,
they're way better. No,
Yeah.
there's nobody.
yeah. So yeah, and
well,
then
I will say this: Joe Burrow is a monster. He's a great quarterback.
Love him.
But this is his greatest chance right here because he's still on that rookie deal. We talked
Right.
about this extensively on the show where NFL teams their best shot to win is when that quarterback is on a rookie deal, especially if he's that guy. And Joe Burrow is that guy. Don't get
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
So this is their best chance because they have to pay him like next year. They could have paid him. They could have extended him this year. I guess they decided not to for whatever reason. I think it's a bad decision because the price only goes up and up and up. We already seen 2 quarterbacks set the market this offseason already.
maybe they did it for this year. Like maybe there was financial
that's what I'm saying.
considerations that, hey, Joe's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
We're going to get it done. But if we hold out a year, we get to keep this guy, that guy, the other guy, and we have flexibility to make moves during the year if we need to.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, I'd be fascinated what their perspective of that is. Or Burrow could just have been not particularly enthusiastic, knowing that the price goes up. I mean,
Yeah, he's not in no rush.
Yeah, let's just roll with this. So yeah, for sure. But I mean, yeah, it's their best chance. They've had good. Arguably, they're a penalty away from beating them 4 straight times.
Yeah.
So I get it. And the margins of sports, like they're small. They're small, and it's you almost have to feel somewhat fortunate. When you're in that situation where more of those breaks go your way than don't. And again, you look at the Chiefs. They also had the penalty in the Super Bowl, and I'm not saying either was a bad call. I think they're legitimate penalties.
It just changes
But
everything.
2 penalties put you from out in the conference final to champions.
Yep.
Whatever your talent level is, whatever this and that, 2 calls arguably were the biggest factors in you winning a Super Bowl.
You know what's funny? In both Super Bowls, because in that 49ers Super Bowl, remember that one guy who made that bonehead penalty? He got cut. He got cut, actually, that next
I don't remember the penalty. What was it?
in that offseason.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it was I want to say it was pass interference, but it could have been an offsides or something. I don't know. It was something.
It was stupid.
It
Whatever it was,
stupid.
he was
Whatever
like,
it was,
why?
it was stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he ended up getting cut.
Yeah.
That's always crazy, man.
It is. I mean, like, you look at stuff in football. You look at the top 100 players. You look at all like these factors, but like so many games are decided and defined by mistakes, and it's turnovers, penalties at the wrong time. And you put all this effort, all this financial, construction to build a team, and it's like, if you don't take care of those things, your entire season's undone by a stupid penalty
Agreed.
or a drop ball. That's how fine the margins are.
Exactly. You a fantasy football guy, Ronnie?
So I took 2 years off. I'm coming back this year.
Sabbatical.
Yeah, because you need it. Because I wanted to enjoy football.
more
Like
time
I
with
feel like I was like stressed out. I was like, yo, like I'm rooting against my team. So now that like I feel like Green Bay, we're not really doing nothing this year. I'm like, okay, I can go ahead and like play fantasy
back
again.
in.
So
That is a funny take, though. Like that is one of the
you need a little break sometime, man, because it makes you crazy, man. Like,
yeah. But that element, though, where like you just because of your fantasy result, you're rooting against.
you're
the
rooting
team
against
you
like
or-
win, but just don't win this way.
Yeah. Or you're rooting against a player that.
Yeah,
you know,
that's the worst.
like you're going against Pat Mahomes. You want him to hand it off to somebody at the goal line instead of hitting Kelsey or whatever. And it's come of it. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I've been playing. Started about 10 years. So the last 2 years was off. But definitely coming back this year.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
You got it.
Did your league hold your place for you? Or?
Yeah, actually, they did because they brought somebody in because it's a co-ed league, so we got women in there too.
Really?
And the women be winning, man. Like
that explains.
these are the WNBA players.
I
So
was gonna say that explains your admiration for women's basketball.
Yo, they're legit, man. And it's funny because one of the girls, she doesn't really watch like that, but she knows how to pick them. I'm like, it's got to be her dude. It's not. It's her. And she was like, oh, Odell Beckham. I'm like,
maybe it's her side, dude.
yeah, somebody's getting her right. But yeah, she won like 2 years back to back too. It was like, what's going on?
Shout out to Drake.
I would feel some kind of way if I lost 2 seasons.
Yeah, especially it was $100 buy-in too. It's like, damn, winner take all.
Yeah.
So it's
I
no
would.
first, second, third.
I would.
Yeah.
We're getting ready to do our draft, Bubba.
Yeah, man. I'm the reigning champion in our league.
How's it feel?
Also the commissioner, so it doesn't feel that good because you got people who think, he's
You
cooking the
made the
books.
points the way you wanted them.
You beat
But
me
this is
last
our
year.
sixth. This is our 6th or 7th year. Yeah.
I had a really good team most of the year.
Yeah. This is our 6th or 7th year. It's my first time winning, so I think that's
Oh
pretty
shit, that's
good.
different. Then.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
And so I mean, Pink went with a interesting strategy last year where he tried his best to pick just all his favorite players. So I guess he wouldn't have to root against them.
Damn.
No, I try to go. I mean, it's my strategy anyway. I go for quarterbacks early.
Yeah.
It's a 2-quarterback league, so I'm going to try and nab 2 of the best quarterbacks in the first 2 rounds.
Oh, it's a 2-quarterback league?
Yeah,
us too. Yeah.
And so there's, to me, quarterbacks, a top quarterback is going to score 30, 40, 50 points. Like a top running back might do that twice a year, 3 times, and have a great season. Just doesn't make sense. And for the most part, the injury rate is elite quarterbacks don't get injured that often. Other positions, the injury rate's much higher. So that's one of those things. And again, I'm going to take a guy. Most fantasy football drafts I've ever been a part of, like after about round 5 or 6, I feel like I'm just drafting against myself. The players that I'm attracted to and interested in, I don't even feel other guys are looking at all for whatever reason. And it's just like, I'll pick a guy like 10 picks away, and I'll be like, this is who I want. And nobody touches him. And bang, there you go.
Where do you like to draft at? Like, what's first round? Where would you like to be at?
I like to turn. I like to be 10 and 11,
At the
12
end,
and
'cause you
13.
double up.
Yeah, you double up.
Mhm.
You just snap 2 off the board. It is a long, boring wait though to come
Oh
back
man,
to you.
after you be like,
Yeah,
you start seeing your guys go after that.
All the
Like,
guys.
yeah.
All you guys go.
But
man.
yeah, you get that
Yeah.
out of the gate. Are we doing a live in-person draft?
Yeah, I always leave that option open.
You got to push for it. I like to
I
see
love
people
the
face
yeah,
to
me
face.
too.
That's
Yeah.
that to me. Like that's the best part of fantasy football is a live draft day where you're just hanging out with the people in the league.
Yeah, you drinking, having fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's good, man. I enjoy that.
we had like theme music and too. Like every time you picked up, like you'll have like you pick your song, and so when your draft like when your
Some of the
position
Major
comes
League
up,
Baseball.
yeah, it was
Like,
great, man. Like
okay,
we
what was
get
your
to-
theme
I
song?
never heard of that. That's
yeah,
what's
I don't know if you know Ronnie Dry. I used to be in his
Yeah,
league.
yeah,
Yeah,
Ronnie
we used to
Dry.
be in his league. I used to do that, man.
What was your theme song?
That year, it's been a while because I'm not even in that league anymore because that one was that one's intense. I don't remember what it was that year because this was a while ago. This is when RG3 was still in the league.
Okay, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
That's
What would be yours, Pink?
my song? I'll probably go with Sam Cooke. Change Gonna Come. I'm winning this year.
You gonna
That's the
I'm
change.
not mad. I love
You're
it.
gonna change the whole dynamic of the. Everybody else gonna pick like up to date,
Yeah.
up tempo songs. And
I'm
I
gonna
like
win
that.
and I'm gonna play my damn song.
I love that. Yeah.
This is your year, huh?
Yeah.
Ronnie, man, let us know what you got coming, man. Is this your next? Is the Close Friends the next?
Close Friends is definitely the next one. August 20th coming up. We're actually gonna have another Close Friends again in September, which is September. I think it's the 17th. Don't quote me on that. So 2 Close Friends. It's a monthly thing, and then after that we got La Noir and Sunset. La Noir Sunset. So it's pretty much that. If you need the links or anything like that, just come over to Orlando Vibe Dealer on Instagram, find me there, or just hit me up, man. Ronnie Hartfield on Facebook. I answer. I talk to everybody, man. I don't care who you is. Tell your grandma I said, hey, find me on Christian Mingle at Ass and Titties 69. That's me, man. Just great times.
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
I, before we get on, I didn't prep you here, so it's okay if you don't have it. But do you have like a crazy or a funny story from either one of your events or just in your life, period, that you can just off the top of your head?
I won't call this one funny, but it was kind of funny looking back. So we did a block party, a Juneteenth block party. We do it every year. So it was at Wall Street. We had every venue on Wall Street downtown. We had all that. We had different DJs in each bar and all that. So doing that, I was having pain like in my balls. Like really, really, really bad pain to the point where like I'm drinking because I'm fucking it's my party. I'm gonna turn up, but I'm like, yo, something's not right. And to the point where I'm at the front door,
it just started.
So it started before that, but I was ignoring it. Sometimes black men we be being stubborn and shit. And so
White men too.
Yeah. So I was like, shit.
I once went 11 years without going to the doctor for anything.
So I ended up having a hernia.
yeah.
And I wasn't gonna go to the hospital. Like my mom ended up being at the block party for the early part before the turn up, and so she was like walking out. I'm at the front door and I'm crying because that's how much pain I'm in. But also there's a drink in my hand while I'm crying. My mom's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm okay. It's gonna go away." This happened a couple of times. She's like, "No, we're going to the hospital." So I end up going, and they. Like my balls were enlarged. It was huge, like a tangerine. So yeah, man, it was funny because like my lady, she was there, and she stayed. I told her like, hey man, there's nothing you can do at the hospital right now. So everybody was talking to her like, what the hell are you doing? Ronnie's in the hospital. She was like, yeah, okay, like. But yeah, man, it's always something.
His mom was with him.
Yeah, my mom even dropped me off. She was like, yo, you go ahead. I'm going back. Yeah. I was good though. I don't like people who like to sit around. I hate the hospital myself. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, y'all leave, man. There's nothing you can do.
That's awesome.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's 2 years ago now. Yeah.
Do you have any story where like you had an event like just somebody's behavior was so out of line in a funny way that you had to kind of like?
Oh man, let me try to think.
And they're
it's
not
always somebody like extra drunk.
Right.
Man, okay, so we used to have this party called Retro at Wall Street, and I would be so I bought this outfit. It was like a costume, and it was like a fox. I called it Freddy the Fox. So I'll be there regular with my regular clothes on, and sometimes I'll go and put on the costume. There's this white girl at the bar, drunk, like super drunk, and then she pulls out a rat.
An actual rat?
Man, I think I got the picture of it too, because my homegirl just showed it to me. The rat was like drinking out of the beer. I was like, hey, look. I don't know what kind of establishment you guys are running here, but she got to go. She needs to leave. I took a picture with her. I was like, yeah, we'll take a picture, but get the fuck out of here. She was like, we can have all kind of things. This is Wall Street. She was like a bum too. Like she wasn't like a regular, like she had a bum with some money, but I was like, yo, this is like crazy. Like
that's outrageous.
Like I've seen dogs at parties and stuff, but a rat?
Yeah,
Well, I guess
crazy.
A mouse, but yeah,
That's crazy.
I'm trying to see if I can find a rat later.
That's funny.
Real
I
rat-
remember hearing this one story I heard. I didn't see this firsthand, but it was like a work retreat, and yeah, the employer took all the employees to a retreat, and in the morning, a female employee was found in the hotel fitness center, buck naked and having shit on herself.
Rat lady.
I see it.
Oh, that's terrible. And yeah,
You said an employee had.
an employee like on this retreat was found in the fitness center, passed out, having shit on themselves,
Oh shit.
buck naked.
Yikes, because they had got so drunk.
It was a female.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's tough.
That is really tough.
Yeah.
How can you come back from that?
I don't know.
I think a
Probably
man,
gotta get your
Yeah, man can come
a
back.
man could come back from that.
Could he really?
The lady, man, it's a wrap.
Double standard.
Yeah,
Yeah, look.
Hey,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Bubba, have you come back from such an event?
Yeah, well, I did it on myself in Pop Warner. Remember that story?
Well, no, I'm saying on a work retreat. I mean, come on, man. Corporate level work retreat.
Yeah, that's tough. Man. That's tough.
Yeah, it's time to polish up your resume and look for other options.
You know, Ronnie is a guy. We recently found out, man. We related.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, I had cause I had.
Y'all had matching
saw an
family reunion
event.
T-shirts on?
No. I saw an event, right? Because I really didn't have any like connection with him at all. But my homeboy Nay does, and I think Nay reshared a post or something. They were saying he was going to this event, the '90s party. I think it was the '90s party he had, and so I inboxed him about, hey, how can I get a ticket? What do I pay? Whatever. And then I'm looking at the name, and it says Ronnie Hartfield. I'm thinking, I said, how many Hartfields could it be? My granddaddy raised me a lot back in the day when I was a kid, and he would always talk about this guy, Ron Hartfield. Always.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny because in my family, that's the name, Ron Hartfield. And black people, we use nicknames so much. But this guy did not have a nickname.
Nah, that's Ron Hartfield.
It's Ron Hartfield, not Ronnie, not Ron, not Hartfield, not Hardy. Yeah. It's Ron Hartfield. Whenever you mention his name, you have to say the whole name. And I was like,
Did anybody ever
what is the
explain
odds?
why?
Nah, I don't know why
I never
either.
asked. I never asked anything. But yeah, so then I asked him, and I was like, yeah, "Is your dad's Ron Hartfield?" And then I had to, I confirmed it was some of my family, and yeah, sure enough, his dad is the Ron Hartfield I grew up listening to, because my granddaddy said he raised Ron Hartfield
That's funny.
in a part of his life, childhood or whatever. So
That's
I thought
funny.
that was interesting.
This is crazy, man. How
It's
you
crazy,
know?
small world. Man.
Now I was telling my lady. Remember that time we was on the plane together?
Yeah,
'Cause y'all was going to New York,
going to New York.
and I was going to Vegas, and I was like, oh yeah, I had a layover up there, and I was like, yo, that's crazy that one. I saw Nay. I was like, okay, but I knew you kind of. I think we was like in a sports group or something like that together.
Yeah.
But then it was like, okay, and I was like, oh shit, now we cousins too. It's dope.
That's good.
It's also like scary too, because what if I'd have been like a chick or something? Like, that's, you trying to smash. Like, oh, guess what, bitch?
Big facts. You just never know, man.
Might have already happened.
All right, hey, look.
It's like smashing one of my cousins.
Nah, I don't want to know.
Yeah, keep it to yourself. If you find out, just keep it. Especially if we're not dealing with each other no more.
Never happened, baby.
Never. That's funny.
No babies, it never happened.
Mm-hmm.
They had a baby. Then
Plausible deniability,
Yeah, plausible deniability.
I
There
like
you
it.
go,
just like the CIA.
man. All right, we'll catch you guys next week. Let me see if we got. Did you confirm with Travis for Sunday?
I thought we were going possibly next Wednesday. I didn't know about Sunday. I can't do this Sunday.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
You out of town?
I'm on call.
Oh, you on call? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. No, remember D-Live's next Wednesday,
Oh, crap.
but I could probably move her.
probably do that maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
move her.
Yeah. Let me completely lock with him and then.
D-Live, you're being moved. Okay.
But when you come,
Got a
it better be in
professional basketball player.
It better be in workout clothes. Because we want a demonstration.
If your close storage was better, you wouldn't have gotten moved. We'll catch you guys next week, man.